Alright, so we're watching 3D bot maker races, of course, and also at the same time feeding puppies. And I gotta turn 3D and 2D down. Okay. So as you can see, we are going to go ahead and make this modification, or at least show it in a couple of different ways. The modification I'm speaking of is the inserting of foam deadener into these sound producing cavities here. Sound reverberating and resonating cavities. So I'm going to do this one with this piece of foam I just cut out, and then I'll come back and show you. Alright, so you can see already how I'm curving the back side of this to fit into that wheel well. Okay. We're going to have to cut out holes. This is a different way of doing it, obviously, but we're going to have to cut out for these screw receiver holes and, of course, dish out for the wheel, like I said. Alright, as you can see, I'm getting her down there. See? Alright, I just got to do this other side, but then we'll have it filled, and then we'll cut away for the tire, and I'll show you what it looks like after that. Alright, so there it is. There's my preliminary cut. I believe I've matched the profile as best as I can. And now, believe it or not, this just fits right in. Thank you, Gus. Yeah, I know. See? Just push it right in. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of snugs in there like I want it to, which is really nice. And yeah, it pretty much sits flush or flat. There's a little bit raised right there, but that's fine. That's going to compress into the other side and give us a better sound deadening characteristic. I'm going to dish that out for the wheel, and then I'll be back. Alright, does everybody see where I'm at now? Yes, you do. Now it's proper wheel well. And there's dished out for the wheel, the tire. Okay. And you know, whatever it looks like in here, it doesn't really matter. No one's going to see that. The main thing is, make sure it's not dangling down. Okay? See any foam? No, you don't. Sorry. So there we go. That is a properly sound deadened wheel well. Excuse me. You see that now? It's dished out for the tire. It's cut up and away from the skirt or the opening so you won't see it down below. Now I just need to glue it in and make another one just like it. And then two more for the other side. And then we got to get to the front wheel. Alright, now you're probably saying to yourself, well, how does he get it to fit? You know, because this one was made for this one here. But originally, I had used this foam I found at work. Usually it's used for packing electronics and stuff. So I drew the outline. You match up the bottom down there on the bottom edge of the foam. Then you draw the outline. And then you start cutting down into the foam until you get this shape cut out here. And once you do that, the fender that you used to draw the outline, you put that aside, and then the piece that you made is going to fit on the other fender, the opposite clamshell, I should say, not the other fender, but the opposite side of the clamshell. And it's going to have this nice, smooth, closed surface, which is why we picked this foam to begin with. Okay, that way you don't have to actually cut the plain side of this. You just have to cut the form side. And you know, it's not an exact science, but that's why we glue this in and glue it in real good. Now I could make this perfect if I wanted to, but I don't need to. It's sound deadening. That's all it's there for. And I can replace it anytime. You don't know how short a time it took to create this piece just with an X-Acto blade. Okay, so easy stuff, guys. Don't just slap these models together and go fly them. You're going to be embarrassed at the field for being the noisiest guy on the runway. Know what I'm saying?
Very nicely.
So in just a matter of minutes, really I'm just on another video or two on YouTube, so I've already got this half carved, at least so that it will fit into the clamshell here. You can pull that out and you can see what I've done on the other side. Just made a couple of holes there. There's holes for the screws. Now I still have to dish it out like that, but then we'll be ready. I can glue these both in, put the fender back together, mount it on the plane if I want. I'm going to show you what it sounds like though when these have foam in them. So we're on the next video, Captain Ryan, I think, and yeah, we're done with the other one. So there it is. Well, how did I do all that? How did I do it so quickly? Well, I bought a magnetic parts and hardware tray at Harbor Freight, and turns out it's the perfect pattern for cutting that out. And then you just have to be patient and cut the layers away and create enough space for that tire. But yeah, there we go. I'm going to glue it together, screw it together, and show you how it sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, there they are. One of them has sound deadening. Can you tell which? Oh. No, I'll quit playing with you. So, what does that sound like? A little drum, huh? Hey, let me play the drums, man! Check it out, I'm gonna play the drums. That's a drum right there. You know why? Because it's a box with an opening and it produces a note. I think it's like an E-flat. It might be an A, I'm not sure. This one, however, does not sound that way. Here, it's a little subtle, but this is the one with sound deadening up inside here. And I guarantee you, once it's mounted to the wheel, you're not going to hear a whole lot of rattling around. Okay, that's how you do it. Those are glued in with CA. And these two halves can come apart now and be mounted that way, which is a lot easier than trying to take them off in one piece. Thanks for hanging out.